Alright. He be streaming. He be buffing up the audio here. A little bit. How's this? That's probably good. It's the classic. I have to redo my audio settings every stream for some reason. Maybe just because my own personal preferences have changed since, but there we go. So today, what he be playing? He be playing Airships Conquer the Skies. Very fun game for me. Got a big ol' update a little while ago, and I'm excited to see what kind of stuff. Well, it's a conquest update, so I better be doing a new conquest game to check it out. I'm gonna pick a random coat of arms, but I think it starts you off with this one all the time. So, I'm gonna play Potion Craft a little bit later. I want to do an hour and a half here, and then switch for an hour Potion Craft, and then we'll see which one is better. So let's pick our arms. Research speed. That looks really ugly. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Airplane dodge. That's not really a buff I'm gonna be using today. Very well. We're gonna pick a small map, because this is just gonna be like an hour and a half campaign. I'll design maybe one ship and use other ships otherwise that I've just built myself. We're gonna starting tech tier maybe 2? I don't know. Sure. And of course we're gonna be the lovely, much loved, well respected Empire of Borbia. They'd be looking at the. I opened up the glass door, so they're looking through the screen door, seeing what kind of scents and stuff are on the other side. So here's our world map. That is extremely small. Very well. Here's Borbia. We've got a city which has our shipyard. Oh, okay. We can build structures on it like a fleet academy to buff weapons. Interesting. Shipyard to make ships build faster. And we've got a couple little towns which don't have any structures on them yet. I'm gonna maybe build some income structures. And even if that puts us with $200 to our entire empire's treasury, that's fine by me. We've got a good income. Let's start researching. The tech tree in this game is very tall, which is fine because it gives you lots of choices, but with tier 2 we've probably got like everything we'll ever need. So I'm almost thinking I'm gonna pick one at random, but what sounds good? What sounds good? How about flamethrowers? Yeah, I see. Since I have Dumb Toria, that would have been pretty good. We'll do that for our actual game if this catches on. We've got flamethrowers. We've got a natural sort of landmark on our site, which doubles musket and rifle accuracy. They're very, the phrase that comes to mind is piss poor weapons, once you unlock things like cannons and bombs and stuff. But anyway, we're gonna advance to the slow speed, see what kind of diplomacy we want to do. If we could maybe suck up to Atterbury here, we wouldn't have to worry about our right flank. So let's send a delegation. And diplomacy is kind of interesting. There's always just like the classic trade, and then you can also make an ultimatum where you can threaten things like, you know, you can be like, oh, if you don't give us tribute, we'll declare war. And it looks like, you know, they will never accept that. But we could also be like, upgrade our NAP into a trade and research pact, or we'll cancel, or we'll stop paying you tribute that we decided to pay you earlier. Things like that. So let's see if I can. Looks like a defensive pact is a reasonably low price, maybe. If I give him $200, that's not much. if I demonstrate... He does not want me to demonstrate submission, which is also interesting. If I offer tribute, 10% of my income for a little bit of time, that's like $6, not much. Then will be good enough for defensive pact, and maybe I can also give myself a bit of cash up front too. It's just not a tribute, it's an investment, you know? Like, you give me money, maybe like 5 years later you make the money back, and then you make a little bit more. So we'll see if they accept that. And we'll wait for the cash flow to come in, so we can build a ship. Maybe go to war with the west, or the south, or the north. Airships can go anywhere, and land ships need to take the roads that are marked on the map. So now let's take a look at what I've got for ships here. Let's go into the designer, see what I've got to work with. Anything with HMS is something that is just there by default. Everything that's named after a Borb is something that I've made, as you can see. Here's the Condor, which kind of looks silly, but I did my best. So he's got a couple of big boy cannons. He's got, you know, this is just kind of a typical battleship that I thought would be fun to make. Very expensive, $5,000. We cannot afford that. Here's kind of the precursor to it before I realized that when you simply have this many balloons and one of them gets popped, then you're kind of screwed because they are a little bit explosive. So we're not going to be building that one either. What I'm thinking we're going to have to start with, maybe my tier 1 Robin here. He's just got a couple cannons, a balloon on the butt. He can't fly up too high. But he's cheap, only about $350. We've got the Piranha. I made that a couple days ago, just when I was messing around. It's got grape shot cannons only, which have a very finite range, but I think they're pretty good early weapons because they go through wood and stuff pretty easily. Also, I figured out how to do the crow's nest the way I wanted, so let me do that real quick. I'm gonna get rid of the armor on this block, and I am going to add a decoration, I think. Like a strut slope. I was thinking something like that. It would be nice if the top one was hidden behind. Let's see if we can place it underneath and make it look a little bit, I don't know. Anyway, that's how the ship designer works. Can I keep that as the Piranha? How much does that cost? $550. I think I'll build it. That'll be a good early ship, I believe. I'm pretty proud of myself for beating my very first campaign ever on the hardest difficulty and with the no tech unlocked, but with all this new stuff, I don't know if I'm gonna trust myself to repeat that. It was quite a struggle early on, and I don't know if that would be too enjoyable for streaming purposes. I kind of had to rely on capturing opponents' ships and using them for a little while, but I don't know. Here's something. What's this? This is Monster. Ruined Tower. A pair of gargoyles have started nesting there. They don't pose a serious threat, but they may grow in number if not defeated. And when they grow in number, they'll be harder to take down, and they'll also start raiding nearby cities. So we could try to do that with our one ship, but I don't know if I want to do it with just one ship. So we've got $400. Skulton wants to do a trade treaty, so I guess I'll just do that. The price is more than fair. Let's take a look at... something we might want to do is start building some land ships too, because they're also pretty cheap. I did not make the Strided. The thing I'm thinking of is the Cassowary, which costs a lot of money. So never mind. Never mind. I named my land ships after flightless birds, you see. What else can we build here? Fleet Academy? That might just be pretty good. Alright, let's give it a shot. There's a new supply mechanic where ships have to stay at a friendly territory, another trade treaty. Thank you. To resupply, and then if they get caught somewhere without their supplies because maybe their home port has just been captured or something, they have to limp very slowly to a friendly territory. I don't know if well, I mean, that's on right now because I forgot to disable it, but we'll see if that's any good. So when I built this thing, I put a lot of balloons, which means that its height cap is, I don't know, kind of high. Higher than other ships I usually make with balloons because balloons are just so vulnerable. But let's take a look. If we don't do so well, we can try to retreat. So the sun is in the people's eyes, so we're gonna move and we're gonna flip it backwards, and we'll get an accuracy buff instead of a debuff. We can take a look at the outside view to see what kind of armor damage we might be taking. But it looks like we're doing okay so far. Nose balloon has been taking some hits. If we lose the nose balloon, we'll be okay. Our height ceiling, oh boy, they're sending in reinforcements. I could either try to take one out, because I see our shots have been kind of hit and miss, but mostly miss. Oh no, he's not reinforcements, he's just a background. Maybe, we'll give it a shot. I'll speed it up a bit. Okay, our rear balloon has also been perforated. Unfortunate, and there. Well, okay, we got one. Let's take a look at the inside view. We can see what kind of stuff I designed. So 3 cannons on the front, 1 on each deck. There's a little ammunition storage behind each. A little dangerous because cannons and munition depots will both explode. At least they can. And they can both be set on fire pretty easily. But there's 2 big tanks of water as a fire point that they can use to put out fires. And I've got the sail on the back here and the crew beds. Okay, they did it. We got them. Very good. So they ran out of ammo in the sense that they ran out of enemies. Ran out of gargoyles. Okay, so searching through the ruins of the tower, your troops find chests filled with old Imperial coins, a misplaced treasury now added to yours. So I get reputation for clearing out the threat, and I get some money so I can build a bigger ship. I'm gonna go back home. That's good. I kind of didn't think it would make it, but 2 gargoyles, not so bad. We can build. We could build a cassowary, maybe. Why not? Oh, right, it uses some pretty heavy armor. Okay, what? I'm gonna refit it. Just a one-off refit here. So here's what the cassowary does. He's got 2 pairs of mechanical legs, and he can run pretty quick on them. Coal stockpile at the back for the legs that use coal, the fire point at the back. A huge repair supply, which like is completely unnecessary, but like I don't care. A saw blade on the front, which is a spectacular melee weapon, which makes this ship very good against ground defenses. Because you can just run right up to the towers and shred them. Let's see what kind of steel armor we do have. Let's get the strongest stuff that isn't brick, because brick is way too heavy. Looks like it's just gonna be regular steel armor. And I'll even stick with the hexagonal style. Alright, so we should be able to build this for real. You know what? I'm gonna actually do it a little bit better than that. What the heck? Kitties are in the drawer with all the pots and pans and making weird sounds. But I mean, it's just pots and pans, so I don't. What are you doing? Okay, we're gonna improve this design for real. I'm not gonna save it because I don't know, don't want to save it, but we're gonna take up the machine shop because it's just so big. The whole thing is just for repairs, and the ship itself is tiny. So what can I have? What could I have that could help protect this thing? I could have... Let's take a look at my weapons here. I'll need an ammo store if I add weapons, because the saw blade only uses coal. So let's see, what do we got? Not basic, let's go into weapons. We can do maybe cannons, Hussar rifle. Interesting, that looks kind of like an elite rifle in a sense. A deck gun could be kind of interesting. Big boy Imperial cannon. Nah, rockets are kind of interesting. I think this thing needs more maybe self-defense against airships. So what I'm thinking about... Yeah, that's just a forward arc. What I'm thinking about is maybe some aerial charges. They're bombs on balloons. And the... Okay, I have to clear out these struts to make that work. I would put them up like this, so if a ship parks above me, I can let the bombs ascend. They're pretty slow, so they're pretty easy to dodge, but we might be able to get them. Now the bombs are going to need a munition depot, so I better add that. I also add aircraft, I guess. Kind of interesting. Hussar Bay, airship piloted by a soldier, and the triplane. Fast flying against lightly armored targets. I think if I make some air stuff, I'll make a carrier. This is supposed to remain a little bit cheap, so let's get the ammo store. This is too big, of course, so we're gonna use the two small ones side by side, I think. Looks like everyone can move around. The lines show you the different crew pathways, right? They can go up ladders, they can go across decks. And this works out just fine. So I think we're gonna just do that. I think I still have my heavy steel armor somewhere that I've missed. There we go. Build one of those. Get the repairs underway on my other ship. And let's build one more. I don't have the money, never mind. We're gonna wait till we get 1,000-ish bucks. 1,100, let's say. Looks like Skelton and Fog Castle up here are warring. We'll see. Okay, so they conquered very well. Our neighbor to the east or west is getting a little bit big, and I don't want that to become a threat to me. And also just because I've got some big penis energy, I want to take them down. So we're gonna see if we can get some allies with the north here. They are what you would call in league with Skelton, which is unfortunate. What about you? They're paying tribute, so they probably don't like them too much. So, okay. They really don't want to form a defensive pact with me. Let's see. Be a non-aggression pact in exchange for... It's gonna be tough to really... I wish I could give them more chunks of money at once, but I don't know if I can do that yet. I can, of course, offer them one of my towns, but I really don't want to do that. Empires must be adjacent for treaties, so I guess we're gonna just pause on that for now. What about you? You don't have any relations with anyone yet. Looks like they don't really want anything from me aside from tribute, so I guess we'll just continue on for now. Of course, if I really want, I could try to conquer the people on my right. Let's send a spy here. It'll take a while to infiltrate the city, and every week or so we'll gain another point into our spy network, so we can see more information. But if I could at least see what kind of fleet they've got, I'll know what kind of a target they are. Alright, we finally built our fleet academy, so now we're gonna work on our airships here. Um, Spy agency. Eh. Uh-oh. Okay, they are these guys. Very well. Looks like they're going for me because they don't think I have a ship yet. They're going for my town Baruster. I really want this to finish first, however. Okay, maybe we can work on our defenses here. Here's our current defense. It's a little stone bunker type thing. For some reason, it's got 2 grape shot cannons on the back and only 1 musket on the front. So I gotta pause this. For how much time do I have? 1 month. So let's build a month's worth of something just to beef up our defenses here. Maybe we can refit this, add some more weapons on the other side. Let's get a cannon. Ballista is very low tech. But we also want to do cheap stuff in the sense that it'll be built faster. Hussar rifle shoots troops and planes. Okay, so it's like a point defense. Deck gun. 42 money. Not bad. I could try rockets. They're pretty good at close range, and I think they have a pretty significant firing arc. Yeah, that might be pretty good. Wonder how long this would take to refit. Like, if I replace something... Let's just leave it be. Get rid of this dome. It's just decoration. It needs both its feet, let's say, supported. Oh, we've got some aerial charges here too. So there we go. Let's put a rocket there. That's some good front coverage, I guess you would say. What can we put there? We've got an ammo store. We don't have a fire point, so we're gonna need a fire point too. What's this? Light Swanson. Light cannon mounted in a side projection of hull. Okay, it's also pointed to the right. So yeah, we need more stuff pointed to the left here. Sure, our armor is stone. Costs 3. Yeah. Stone is pretty much just like a good way to do defenses. Okay, what are we gonna put underneath here? The fire point is a 2x2, so unless we put the rocket really high up, which I suppose we could do that. Hang on. I just want to move my thing up. There we go. Move that up. What are these barracks? Okay, these are crew members which will fight to protect us from boarders. And that could be useful. It takes money to do relocating, depending on how much landscaping you gotta do. I thought the barracks would be great, just on kind of the ground floor here. Okay. I'm still gonna put the fire point where the barracks were, and I'm just gonna gamble on them not having borders. So you've got a fire point. We're gonna need a ladder. So let's move this over 1. It's not gonna look that good anymore. Let's put a corridor with a ladder here. Oh, this is a fire extinguisher. Oh, I see. Alright, I've never used those before. Let's move the fire extinguisher over... It's just a corridor, so let's move the extinguisher over here. So now we've got them more spread out. We've also got helpful overlays in the designer, showing you where your strong and weak areas are. how fast it would be to get water from a fire point to a fire. Looks like it's 2 seconds at the worst, which is pretty decent. Same with repair tools, munition. Munition you definitely want green. Same with coal. What happens when something explodes? What takes the most damage? Looks like the rocket would explode. Take out the fire point, likely. And maybe we can put something down here too. Just lower this entirely. Oh no, barracks is just crew quarters. I can put the barracks on top of the gun here. Doesn't really matter where the barracks are. I thought barracks were specifically defenders. Oh, that's so nice looking. I will move it like that. Oh, but there's no ladder. Alright, let's take out maybe an aerial charge. 2 is gonna be fine. Put another ladder corridor here. You can access everything again. Also got bunks. So we've got 18 crew out of the recommended 21. The default like basic amount is just to man all the equipment and such, and then the extra crew will fit in for any casualties. They'll be able to help carry water and ammo around and whatnot. So I think it would be nice to at least hit the recommended amount. We'll get a bunk in there. Bunk has a ladder, so we might as well just put another bunk in here too. Go up to 24. The rebuild cost is only going to cost 90, which is great because that's probably what happens when we delete some stuff to make room for some more stuff. Let's maybe get another weapon. Let's see what we got. Maybe Sponson. I've never tried these. Can I? Okay. There we go. That's how you overlap fire arcs. So, if we put 2 of them, which one do I want? Light or heavy? Kind of depends on how much time it's going to take to rebuild this. $200 is not going to take too long. I hope. But now we've got some much better coverage. The pipe thing on the left is just a decorative pipe. A lot of nice decorations in this game. There's like miscellaneous. Okay, there's gold leaf if you want to, like paint things. Paint things with gold leaf. Okay, that didn't work. Paint things with gold leaf. Oh, I've got that place underneath still active. That looks terrible. That's at least a little bit better. Oh, hang on. Hey! Bad! Tumbus! Tumbus on the counter. Bad. Okay. back to function. These eyes and fires, stencils if you want to do numbers, nameplates, flags and stuff for your coat of arms. Anchors, chains, masts, chimneys, sails, fins, lights. Compass. Devices. Antenna. Some communications on there. Hi, Tumbus. Bye, Tumbus. Alright, so that's our overgrown... I wonder which side they'll try to take us on. We've got a... What have we got? We've got a cannon, a light turret, and a grape shot on the back. And then we've got like missiles, guns, more cannons on the front. If I were the enemy, I would probably go to the back. So I'm gonna put something small on the back. Maybe a couple rifles. Maybe not a musket, but a rifle. Apparently my rifles have been buffed, so let's put a couple there. And of course, we gotta move our decoration over there. 200 and... Okay, let's try this. I'm just gonna save it, and then in case I need to refit it because it's gonna take too long, we'll see. Okay, how long? 1 month, 19 days. Damn it! Cancel! Alright, so let's try to halve our budget, more or less. Get this back. So from 2... Okay. Maybe we can change these down to lights. It's a pretty easy one. From... Okay, that's... Yeah, about 20 each. Not sure what the arcs are on these. Backwards. Okay, I gotta use the flipped ones. Okay. So now I want... Well, we were at about 230, so I want to be down to about 120 or so. So we've got to save $60. If I delete something, the refit cost does go down, so we could go down a little bit. Okay, that didn't do anything. What else might we not want? The rocket and the muskets can fire upwards. So the aerial charges maybe are the weakest right now. Got another fire extinguisher down here, which I didn't realize, so we might as well... Okay, another $2 saved, so great. Small ammo store. I think I'm gonna remove the grape shot and pick something cheaper. That is the cheapest. Then let's just remove it. And we'll remove that. And we'll just put a strut there. What else can we do? We gotta get rid of some bigger things. How much for an aerial charge? Oh, okay, only $4. I'm gonna just put that back then. I have to get rid of the new things that I've been adding myself, likely. Some of these. What else have I added? I added a regular fire point. I don't want to do that. What else can we do? You could replace the extra bunk with maybe just a corridor. Corridor costs, what, 6? Yeah, anything else, maybe? Let's just give it a shot, because I'm starting to run out of things to get rid of. Now let's see how long that'll take. 1 month and 2 days! Damn it. Cut down on doubles. Okay, now what do you mean by doubles? I know if I remove like the aerial charge or something that was already there, it only refunds me like a teeny weeny bit. So what did I add? I added the fire point. We could... Okay, let's... What if we remove the fire point? Move the extinguisher over here. Move this musket over here. Move this... Oh. No? There must be some sort of... I wonder why. Oops. There are floating islands. So as far as the game lore goes, you can think of it kind of like Worlds Adrift, only you don't need to electrically charge the mineral to make it float. They've got this stuff called let me quick take a look and see what it is called. I guess there's no lift tab on the buildings, so I'm gonna assume it's called Ethereum. Like the crypto. I don't think that's... No, it might just be called Floatstone. We'll find out what it's called. Okay, the light was in the way somehow. We move this down, and we'll just put in like a bunk again. There's a stone that naturally floats, and everyone loves that because they can float. It's a cockpit. Let's just move it over here. Fill that in. Save the design for real now. Okay. That's gonna take 3 weeks and 4 days. Perfect. Now let's take a quick look at, okay, what it's called. Suspendium. Okay, so it's called Suspendium. You've got, at first you're just stuck with balloons, which have Suspendium dust inside. And then there is Suspendium crystals, which are the solid form. And that can be a more robust way of keeping your ship aloft. There are also pressurized dust tanks, which are very compact balloons, but I think they're a bit of a mid-tier in between the balloons and the real lift chamber. The crystal. So of course, naturally, the other islands will float because they just have enough raw suspendium inside. Okay, we're gonna be... Oh, it's the Age of Reason. Every once in a while, you'll have new ages that affect the game in different ways. Reason, not passion, rules the land. Knowledge is the highest calling. So research speed is buffed. Unit research-related structures in cities are cheaper. Base research is a bit higher. Okay, so, and we get more research, more spies, more unrest for cities and towns just to manage things. Flamethrowers are done too. Maybe we get something passive here. Plus spy defense, perhaps. Safer cannon would be nice. Maybe elite infantry, just to get up to safe cannons, perhaps. All sorts of stuff. Float rock. Floatstone is in Airmen. And now let's get ready to do some... Oh! He decided to go away. He might be counterattacked, maybe. Yeah, he's being counterattacked by a different empire. And they also balked. Okay, maybe... send you a delegation. Maybe just give him some money. Maybe suck up to him a little bit. I don't know if that'll improve his opinion of me or something. We'll see. Send a spy to one of your towns. Here's my spy. We can at least look at the city. You can see that he's got a pretty basic tower with 2 cannons and a gun on each side. If I have a bomber and I park right in the middle, he's toast. Or if I pull up that landship with a saw blade, he'll probably be good. And this airship is something I have not seen before, but it looks quite interesting. Lots of balloons. So the only real structure is probably what's in the center. I see a ram. I see what's probably a boarding bay. So if this guy wants to board me, that's gonna be unfortunate. I think it's not a good idea to make wars with this empire because, oh. Okay, so diplomatic offer from Atterbury. So if I cancel the tribute I'm paying them, and I cede my town that I just upgraded, they'll give me a research treaty as well. That's... They make hard choices, but I think I'm gonna say no. My tribute is worth less than the town right now, and since this is just a test, I don't really Fair enough. We got a new monster here. Clockwork wasps. A swarm of wasps has constructed a hive. The flying mechanical terror is now emanating it. Make the nearby land unsafe for habitation. That sounds like a them problem right now. I'm not gonna do it all for them. I think I'm gonna recall my spy as well and send him off. Maybe here. I've got a land ship, but I'm not gonna do anything with it yet. I'm gonna build a bomber. I've got a very cheap bomber that I used in my earlier game called the Hummingbird. And I'm gonna build one of them, and then I'm gonna save up again. Every ship and I guess structure as well you make costs some maintenance over time. Looks like my towns don't have much unrest, so that's good. I don't need to quell that. I'm thinking more about money again, but markets are pretty expensive, so I'm just gonna save up for my boarding ship, and then maybe I can go to war for real against Xip up here. What have you got? Population center for crew maintenance boost. Any natural features I might want to capture? Probably not. If I... oh yeah, I can see the thin border lines. So if I capture New York over here, I can get a buff to my research speed. I am not a cultist empire, so it'll be pretty small. Also, I need to think about supply. I can't make it over there with my current supply range. I'll need to buy a supply ship to increase my capacity. Oh, things are paused. Whoops. Just gonna make some money. Let's take a look at what kind of land ship you've got. It's a little tank, just a little guy. 3 guns on the front. 2 of them are deck guns. And of course the defense it gives you for a... What the hell? Couple towers. And your fleet is... Oh, it's just a little wee guy. I think that's a flamethrower. I'm not certain, but... If we pop the balloon, he's toast. I think. Although that's a suspiciously high flying craft for just a little wee balloon. So we might have some supplemental stuff in there. Home capital defenses always start off pretty good, so you don't want to assault one of those just to begin with. Okay. Incoming fleet. It might just be that guy I looked at. I'm gonna take my Piranha, and I'm gonna send them over. Sending 1 ship. Some supplies are surplus and could be sent along. I'm gonna send as many supplies as possible, because my fleet at my capital will resupply faster. When I get there, he might back off because he says, oh, it's defended. But we'll see if he wants to pick a fight. Could be interesting. Also, let's take a look at this defense. Maybe upgrade it a bit as well. There we go. What's that? Ah, just guns. You customize your supply ships too? No, I don't believe so. I don't think they actually ever see combat. They're just like a statistical buff to your fleet. But once this guy is down, maybe I should buy a supply ship now and start resupplying. Because if I can make it over to his place while he's undefended, he is building a ship right now, I think. Or he's building a university. That might be it. Let's take on the fight. Okay, so it's just his. It's me, and my thing did get done in time. He can fly higher than me. I don't know what his height cap is, but I assume that's where he is right now. I might lose this fight because we both have short range, but like my ship's made out of wood, and if that's a flamethrower, then uh-oh. So I'm gonna start back here. Give my... Actually, I'm gonna put him in reserve, and I can activate ships in reserve when I wish, midway through the fight. Right now, we're gonna fight manually, and I'm just gonna let my defenses soften him up a little bit first. Normally, they just kind of do their own thing, right? Oh, what the? He's got a... Either he got a really lucky shot or it's not a flamethrower at all. I think we have a... Alright, so he's put out the fire with the extinguisher. We can give them orders like aim and shoot slower, or shoot rapidly and aim less. Or, you know, crew focus on... Okay, that's a very long-range gun. So, we're gonna take our ship in reserve, we're gonna activate them. You can only activate ships at the back, so you don't cheese them. Depending on how much money you've invested into your bridge and your command structure, you can give them a command every once in a while. For this ship, it's, I don't know, until the commands reset again. We'll see who has better responsiveness here. We'll start shooting him. Maybe we take out the balloon. That would be the weakest point for sure. I do want to bait him into... Okay, he took out my balloon with that shot. One of them. Maybe I go here. I ram, so even if he's in the way, he'll keep going. But when he backs up, he doesn't back up enough. Okay, he didn't back up in time. This is okay. Just... We'll see. They're shooting. They're shooting. New thing in the thing is direct control as well, so I can tell him to target the balloon, but while I'm in direct control mode, I can't tell him to do anything else. Until I leave direct control mode, I can only issue orders to the one ship. Call it cheese, but it's fun to play with while I can still do it. So he's grounded, he can't move. I want to flip my ship behind him, because then he can't shoot at me, and I'm in a pretty vulnerable state right now. Now we're just kind of... My building is soaking up the hits. The rockets are way too far range to do anything. My scatter shot is pretty slow in terms of armor penetration here. I hope the rockets don't do friendly fire. I didn't think about that. Looks like they do friendly fire. Let's have you focus on aimed fire, so maybe... And I'll put you back a little bit. Hopefully, reduce the friendly fire. And it looks like they surrendered or they lost their bridge or something. They were considered destroyed. If it's a fight in, like, open air or something... Yeah. Battles. I just looked at chat. Happy you had fun. Okay, let's go back to base here and we can repair. Right, he's got a university in queue. So right now, as far as things go, he's pretty undefended. I really want to build a Shrike, which is my boarding craft, but they cost about 1,000. The faster one costs more, so I'll build the cheaper one when I get the cash. Down to about 40 bucks. Let's see what my budget is thinking. Tribute paid is 9. City upgrades is maintenance. Fleet maintenance. Maybe we stop paying tribute. Let's see if we can do something like that. Let's go with the safer cannon. Right now I can just stop paying it right now, but I will lose reputation. And empires have a sort of a bias depending on your reputation when they send you trade offers. I don't want to have a bad reputation, otherwise they'll declare war more often. The deals will be a lot less in my favor. And there's also a victory condition based on rep, maybe. I'm not certain. So if I stop paying tribute, they would like a research treaty. They would even like an alliance. So if I can get +4, that's unfortunate. I can't do +4. You can do just about. Don't want to offer my towns. Okay. Well, hang on. They're also at war with the same empire. Gotta repair my piranha. Diplomatic. Okay, so they will pay me $600. They want to injure my reputation, but the war will end. I don't think that's it's not good enough for me. We can do some more damage. They are building a ship now, so I won't be able to attack them before then. I wouldn't call that being baited away from my fort, since he did have the range advantage for sure. I'm not sure what that weapon was, but it was interesting. A hawk doesn't sound... Oh, okay, it's the same thing again. And he's moved his land ship on top, so he's got a bit of a stack there. I can accept the delegation, just to be friendly. There's a bit of unrest in his side town here. Mad scientist. Robotic creations roam the countryside, menacing townfolk, taking what they wish. Again, that doesn't sound like a me problem at this moment in time. Let's build my other ship. There we go. 2 months, or I think the difference is that there's a sail at the back for the cheap one, or like an actual engine pod and coal. I think I'll just take the cheap one. Hang on, 5-second commands. Oh, the expensive one is slower, but it can fly higher. I think I like the cheap one better. Just call it the Shrike. It's got some ramming spikes on the front, the balloons at the back, and I don't know, like a couple dozen boarding units that are pretty basic, but basically you just like ram into them with the spikes. Oh, they appear to have done some conquering up north. Did not notice. Okay, we're gonna move. We're not gonna take the hummingbird with me, but we are gonna move the piranha. And they decided no. We can also intercept them mid-flight if we want, but we're not that fast. I don't know if I want a town with a bunch of unrest. I just need more supplies. That's gotta be a pretty significant fleet though, if it can travel all the way down there. I'm still stocking up on supplies. Can I do something about that? Shipyard is just production. I think they were maybe thinking about attacking, but they didn't. Let's just wait for more supplies. See if we can go anywhere afterwards. So here... Okay, if I... Oh, it's just a land ship. I see. Okay, so... I can even go... I can go one way. I can go up to the mad scientist and back if I have the... I have the supplies for that. but I don't have enough supplies to return. I only need one more. That's a huge shame. I could gamble on success. Okay, so the mad scientist, my spy, is causing most of the unrest here. Mad scientist is in that territory. I think we're gonna go maybe up north. It'll give them lots of time to respond. And I've only got 3 ships. I don't know. I mean, let's try it anyway. It'll be fun. So we'll travel there. They will probably, yeah, react, of course. They're even putting their little land ship there. We'll have to be very careful. And they brought another ship in. Maybe I can switch targets at the last moment. I could do that. Okay, I'll take on the worst town. What? What the heck? Never mind, I guess. That's extremely odd. Okay, their fleet is not... well, I mean, it's 2 of the thing that I fought earlier. My bomber is quite vulnerable. It's just got 4 bomb hatches at the bottom, and that's it. My Shrike, I can go high on purpose because it wants to go everywhere the enemy is. I'm gonna have you board you, and you are gonna target you. This ship has a pretty quick command refresh because I want to issue it a lot of move and, well, mostly move commands. The dudes are getting ready to board. We're gonna move them in position. They jump. Later on they might get grappling hooks or something, but for now they just jump. We've done our duty. We've taken control. We retreat you. You are gonna target you, and we get both of them now. Now, we've still got a tank to worry about, and two towers. Pretty far away, so they won't be that threatening just yet, just because of aim. I'm gonna move you over here a little bit. I like to always just use ramming commands, because at least in the past, I've seen some pretty unfortunate... Okay, we got a fire. They put it out. I've seen some pretty unfortunate... Okay. Okay, we've lost the ship. We've lost the ship. They did not move as they were supposed to. We've still got a bit of a height ceiling, but we gotta move back. Okay, we've got an extremely low height ceiling now. The height ceiling is now nothing. Our captured ship should probably move away. I don't know if it's gonna do that or what. Maybe I can flee with it before I lose it. I'll try that. Will I though? Yeah. Okay, so we've gained the ship. The Piranha was lost. But the ships that have quote-unquote surrendered have simply survived, and we can move. We can... Oh, we can limp back to the nearest safe port. It'll take 2 months. I'm wondering if we can do a quick little dealio with these guys and say, hey, let us refuel at your port, but I don't think that is something we can do. So we're gonna have to go all the way back. Unfortunate, we've traded one ship for another, which isn't the worst deal. They can intercept me if they wish. Alright, the cannon has been made safer. Income from trade. Sure. Okay, green is getting their ass kicked. I don't need this buy here anymore. Well, okay, what about you right now? They can make the better delegation or the better offer. They don't want to do an alliance anymore. They don't want to give or receive any money. Alright, we're still at a disadvantage. Let's try flamethrowers a bit more. We made it back home. We're gonna repair everything that needs repairing. Alright, more ships incoming. 4 agents have a spy in Borbia. Alright, lots of unrest here now. We're gonna stop these guys dead in their tracks, I'm sure. They've actually come to my defense because we have a defensive pact. And now, this poor little guy, despite how cool he looks, he's gonna get destroyed. Oh, he's got a big cannon on the front, look at that. Okay, so I cannot give my allies orders, they're just here, and they are looking cool. They've also got one of these side ships. Looks like they do have a little boarding bay down there. Maybe if I move really fast I can capture it. Let's put my other ships in reserve. I want to capture it before them though. Forward, and hope we don't explode. Okay, they're moving in a really annoying spot. Good Gatling guns. Oh, hang on, that's my... Oh, my ship is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, but you might be in melee range, so nice try. Maybe we can get rid of his big saw. Oh no, he's lifted up. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win the boarding match if this guy goes in first, especially since I'm stuck against him. Thank you so much. We can move so that the bomb bay is beneath the ship. Advance you would. I like this guy because he's low enough to get underneath a low ship. And other walker legs too. So we've lost the saw. We've lost quite a bit. We're stuck on the tree here. Where's my ship? Oh, we've lost the balloon on it because I couldn't move it away. Alright, we're still doing a little bit of bombing as long as I keep moving them. One bomb hit the back. Alright, I don't want to get hit. We can definitely take him out. I'm just really annoyed by my allies sabotaging me. But it looks like they've got the fight well enough in hand. I'm not sure what their big boy is really doing. Let's move you back. I don't want to bring anything out of reserve because it will be fine. Even our bunker is doing quite fine too. Alright, they have been destroyed. Alright, I did lose the Shrike, which is unfortunate. I do not want to demonstrate submission to anyone, because I'm not a sub. Let's get the Shrike back. I don't have the money, but we will get the Shrike back when we have the money. My allies are staying on my place here. I gotta go back to Borbia so I can... Oh, defensive pact. Sure. Okay. Now, we're gonna make a counter offer for the truce. They really want the truce. So what are you gonna give me, you guys? You're gonna give me some tribute, and you're gonna give me some money, and you're gonna submit to me. You're gonna kiss my ass, literally. That's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to bend down. You're gonna have to pucker your lips, and you're gonna have to kiss it. It looks like they're fine with that. They are down to 4 very separate communities, so makes sense. What are they building here? Let's view the city. Looks like they are making some very big boy towers, perhaps. Okay, that's what they're building. Replacement for what I destroyed. No, different empire. It just has a somewhat similar silhouette. Or they have the exact same ship design, which I don't know about. Let's see if we can take on the Clockwork Wasps. Maybe we should wait for flamethrowers before we do that. Nah. Can I do both? I think you can only swap between one and the other when it's an ore. So I don't know, I'm just gonna pick something random. We're almost at the time anyway. Let's take on the Wasp fight and then take a little break, and then we'll switch to a little bit of Oceancraft. Alright, so there's the hive. I think. Yeah. I don't know if I can bomb the hive necessarily. We're gonna keep this back. We're gonna keep this front. That's it. You go kind of up there. Alright, wasps are coming out. I like how it makes the sound every time. Target the hive, of course. Now we'll see what they're doing. Oh, they're boarding. Oh. Okay, we lose this fight. You better hurry and kill them then. Dropping bombs. A bomb is bouncing right off the nest. Damn. Okay, we've lost a ship. They're coming to my new ship. Time to leave. I think I keep all the ships, but the crew is probably all dead. I can go here, since they are friendly, I can resupply there. Dark Age. People turn inwards and do not think of the future. Research is nerfed. Upgrades take less or way more time. Build monasteries in towns to end the age. Build the most monasteries to end it in your favor. Interesting. Okay, I'm getting there. Everyone wants to be friendly, except Well, okay, now I'm friendly with everyone. Build a freaking monastery. Maybe you have to research. Nope. Can build one. Let's build another. I don't know. Strike. Typically, I enjoy taking my time on games like this. They've insulted me! You sniveling nitwit. You call that a navy? Did your idiot nephew design those uniforms? I'll insult them back and make them lose reputation. Grievances can be used to break treaties without suffering reputation loss. Ah. Well, we have no treaties. You absolute sausage! May devils take you and chain you to the moon. That's cute. Okay, mad scientist is reading Doveton. I see. They do that sometimes. Okay. Let's build more ship. Maybe let's build one of the generic ones just to supplement our... Maybe not. Maybe we build another, Pyromaniac. They've got a flamethrower. Let's build a couple of them. I want a flamethrower ship, but I don't want to actually build the ship. And then we'll do... Then we'll do a fight. And we'll also get a supply ship. Then we'll supply up. I could probably just declare war on them again if I want. Alright, now you gotta give me... Demonstrate submission again, or we will declare war. They're not gonna accept it, which is fine. Dark Age is over. How did Skulton build 4 monasteries? I didn't even build 1! Very well, at least we get the Borb as a reward. We got less reputation for not ending the Dark Age ourselves, I suppose. They've defied my ultimatum, so I must enforce my threat or back down. I will enforce the threat. They need more supply to go down here. We're up there. They've only got 3. I don't think any of them are actual cities. They're just little dinky towns. We can pick which one we want. This one has the population center, which will cut down on my maintenance costs, so that makes sense. Just wait for that. Hang on. Hang on. How many people am I at war with? I didn't know. How many people did you ally with? Hang on. They've got a defensive pact with a lot of people. Maybe I should have checked that out. Which place do we want to defend? They're all going to Tis, so I guess we want to defend that. Let's hope we can get there in time. The land ship is what's slowing us down the most. It's okay. Bombs. Bombs? You've left. You've left. Only one enemy to fight. They've got that thing we saw them build. The Watchman. Okay, that is the one we fought earlier. And they've got a big little balloony boy that looks quite nice, actually. I'm gonna capture the... attempts to capture. Let's even keep all of these here. So, we're gonna have a front line of flamethrowers against the wooden ship. Back row is gonna have this guy. He's even gonna be resting on the island a little bit, just in case his balloon is taken out. And I don't know, I guess he'll just mess around as the land ship. We'll be fine. Now we're gonna approach quite quite a bit here. You're gonna go over here, maybe. Okay, that's too fast. Warriors can climb over any ship they want. Now you need to back off. Unsquish my little guys here. They don't want to move. The sun is right in their eyes, they'll never hit us. That's great. You are gonna move over here and do some sawing. You are gonna go up a bit. You are gonna go over here. I really want to capture the steel ship. That should be a good boarding position. I'm not sure where the troops have gone. I think they all missed their jumps. Maybe. Then again, we have completely pummeled the wooden ship. Go behind. You're out of coal, I think. And you've done your purpose since you have no more nothing left. So I'll just put it in reserve. Okay, we got it. It fell on top of my land ship, which is now debris. That's okay. Oh, now they're boarding it? Oh, great. Now that it's on the floor. You can ground you, since I guess grounding is only important for ships that need coal and are running out of coal. The floating boxes that spew fire are just a couple little mini ships that I made last minute. They're just pre-built, so they don't look anything good. But I figured since I have flamethrower tech, I might as well have some ships that use it. And that's it's pretty intimidating. The one ran out of coal and I think it just fell. Alright, we won the fight. Probably lost a couple things. My port might have gotten captured. I'm not... Yeah, so they captured my outpost. But since I am still in control of my own base, I think that doesn't matter. So I lost the land ship and one of the little pyros. Which is fine, because the pyros were very cheap. $240. I have no money. I am at a loss for income right now. Let's move you guys back. I am disliked. Because I declared war on like everyone without realizing it. Where's my money going? Fleet maintenance. Tribute. Maybe my cities are just making less money now that they have some unrest. My friend, I'm gonna make an unpopular decision, but hang on. Stop paying tribute, but we'll do a research treaty. Very good. Now I get some more money. Alright, they're coming to attack again. It's gonna take a while. I could intercept them if I wanted. Oh, mad scientist coming. Alright, we gotta protect our cash flow. It's 2 space squid. So the longer the fight takes, the more my income is trashed. Let's, I didn't repair that. Let's keep him in the back. Let's consolidate our firepower here. Short range ships in the front. I cannot board something like that. Now we'll see if we just have the DPS, I guess, to outdo this sort of thing. Because what they do is they eat your crew members, and they already ate my captain. Right, the red steering wheel means that the captain has been eaten, but then a different ship will just volunteer, or a different crew member, I mean, will volunteer. Okay, we've run out of coal, maybe? We've run out of crew? Yeah, I don't know what to do about these guys. Alright. Because they eat your crew way too fast. They eat like 4 per second. Alright, we're just gonna withdraw. Keep our ships. So that's cool, I guess. Oh. Alright, I gotta run to a different place. Looks like when my fleet is on my capital, the unrest goes down. Police station would fix that, but it would be very expensive. I'm kind of at a place where I don't have any income right now. Skelton wants the truce. I know. Let's just hang on, fix you. I don't have enough money to repair. Okay, we're gonna go in. And we're gonna go in for one more fight, and then we're gonna stop. We're just gonna see how the fight goes. Oh, they're not gonna take over Borbia. That would be silly. Let me think about your truce. Oh, this is gonna be easy. Let me show you how easy it's gonna be. And they've got a little mini ship here. I see. Still, check this out. We're gonna tell him to board, and then when the command refreshes, we're gonna tell him to move there. Hopefully they don't hit us too much in the meantime. And then as soon as they've moved above that floating island there, we're gonna tell them to just kinda here. I'm out of the deck gun range. Just small arms to worry about now, which can shoot my little crew members. But I've got quite a few of them. Now we're gonna run away. And that is how you deal with a fort on like hard mode, or imperial mode, I mean. However, they might have some guards. We'll see. It's kind of unfortunate because whenever they have, whenever we kill the captain, another crew member will just go in place and be the captain, and the captain automatically gets a stat buff. So if my crew doesn't really garrison the bridge, they'll have to fight every crew member as a stat buffed captain at a time, and I think my crew has lost because I've got too many defenders. Very well. My ship is so out of range that I'm gonna let it be a little bit of a tank while I take in my little low-tech bomber, and we're gonna see if I can do some bombing of them, since they don't seem to have very good aerial defense aside from that little mini ship that scoots around. But he's gonna take a while to get to me. Oh, look at him shooting. He's just shooting. It's fine. Small arms. The hull is thin, but it's not that thin. Bombs do AoE, of course. I think stone... I don't know how stone does against damage types. I think there's just piercing and explosive. Anyway, we can get you in a little bit closer for better accuracy. See how the ammo store is doing, whether I need to... I think I lost something over here. We'll reserve, so you don't get lost. Let's go down to rapid fire and see if that is good or not. They might have surrendered. Nope, still shooting. I'm gonna go around this rock and get even closer. Looks like we got him with the bomber. It's kind of funny, I wanted it to work so hard, but I just couldn't get it to work. The tier 0 no research required bombs are just big rocks, and you can drop them one time. You can't refill them or anything, it's just a big rock that you can drop once. Alright, we get him. They've almost been got, I would think. Okay, I think they've been got. Okay, now I can choose how I take them over. There's a gentle takeover, which leaves the city mostly intact, but it takes 7 months more time because I'm disliked. Less devastation, less unrest. Brutal takeover takes 2 weeks. More devastation, more unrest. And then there's pillaging. That's new. Resulting in a lot of money and supplies in the short term. Takes 1 month, 4 times the income at the time. The most devastation. The most unrest. And the least reputation. Interesting. I don't know what devastation is, whether that's like 3 structures destroyed or just like a level that is 3. Anyway, that's Airmen. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna get some water. The borders of Borbia have officially expanded. Quite significantly, actually. That's a lot of area for just this little place. We got a master lens maker, which makes our telescopes better, which we don't use. Let's pillage them just to complete the lore that Borbia is a very cruel empire. Yeah, 41. We get a lot of money from them. Okay, well, we'll watch this fight. I haven't seen my own. That looks cool. Big gun tower, some rockets. That's cool. Yeah, they're not gonna enjoy that very much. Their big cannon on the front has been lopped off. And now they've decided that their backside is more firepower, but alas, is not enough. The capital of Borbia is too strong. Let this be a lesson to all those who would dare strike back. Only I'm allowed to do war crimes and stuff. They can suddenly fly a whole lot higher with less of their mass. Alright, we got him. Right? We can just leave. Alright. Time to quit. If I do a new campaign, I'll make the map bigger, I'll make the research slower, I'll probably start with less tech. I don't know, we'll see. So now give me 5 minutes, and then I'll bring up Potion Craft.